Welcome back to the Mike and Athena show. Athena has stepped out because we're going to talk about serious matters now, and that's cars and car repair. Do you ever not have time, you know something's wrong with your car, but you don't have time to take it in, and you just keep driving to work every day, driving to work because you just don't have time? Well, we have a solution for you, and our guests now are Richard Philippe and Jonathan King with Fleetside. Do I have it somewhat right?
You got it right, Mike.
Yeah. Now you got, so I'm driving a car, and this is my true life story. For weeks I've been driving my car. I know there's something wrong with it. I don't have time to go in and get it looked at, and you have some solutions.
That's correct. We kind of bring a complete package. We call it your fleet manager and your personal mechanic beside you at all times. So we use some technology and kind of monitor things for you and come to you for people that don't have the time.
So I can't get my car to the shop. You guys are going to come to me, maybe to my workplace?
Right.
And
to your work, to your house, out on the road, you got to go shopping, we'll be there.
well, that's another thing. Sometimes the car breaks down at home, and how do you get it to the shop? Well, you're bringing the shop to us.
Right.
And now, the other thing you were mentioning to me that I'm very interested in is instead of waiting like most of us do till the car breaks down, you might be able to, through some, I don't want to call it magic, but some way know that my car is having trouble. How does that work?
Well, Mike, yeah, we install what we call a maintenance tracker that we've developed in-house, and we basically sit down with you ahead of time and tailor a 12-month program to fit your budget and make sure that we can keep you on the road and that we get the alerts instead of you thinking about we're calling you and making the appointment with you, setting that up ahead of time so that it doesn't get brushed underneath the rug.
Now, I called it magic, but it's not magic. You actually install some sort of device or something on my car?
We do. It goes into the OBD port. Any vehicle from 1996 on has it. And
The OBD port?
OBD port's usually located underneath the driver's steering wheel, and it's in pretty much any vehicle from 1996 on.
It's like a computer plug-in or something?
It is a plug-in. It's kind of what your mechanic uses to plug into to talk with your computer and get off all of the data codes. We're able just to do that in real time.
Now, but how does it get to you?
It actually is cellular technology, so just like a cell phone, it basically in real time, a check engine light was to come on. It will send that through the air. It'll show up at our office where there is a dispatcher that can then look up the code, send you an estimate of what that repair might need, if it's something that you need to pull over, or if it's something that we can clear for you and set up appointment in the next maintenance service when we come out.
Because if it's urgent, you want to know about it. But if you could get by for a few days, maybe for financial reasons or you just don't have time, and you would say, yeah, you're okay for a couple of days or a week or so or something.
That's correct. That's correct.
Now, you have some examples of the pad or the technology?
We do. Right here, so Jonathan, one of our technicians, that picture of this tablet.
Here he is looking at the tablet.
Yeah, here he is looking at the tablet. And so when he actually goes to the vehicle, we've already tailored a program. He's not just going to decide what to do. It's going to tell him what to do and take pictures. And maybe, Jonathan, if you can kind of show what this might be and what you would do on an actual service job.
All right, so this is a service that we did for a customer. We got there. I pull up the inspection. It tells me exactly what I'm supposed to do.
Is that the inspection we're looking at on the screen there?
That is.
Okay.
Yep, that's the inspection. And so I go through that inspection, and it's going to tell me everything that I need to do. It's going to make sure I don't forget anything. And so that way your car is maintained correctly, but also you get to see exactly what your mechanic sees. And we can even put pictures in there. And so if we're telling you an air filter is dirty, you can actually see, yeah, that air filter was dirty.
Well, the customer can see it too then.
Right. And we can get it sent over to you via email, or we can print it out for you. And then you can see why the technician is saying you need to replace your air filter.
So before you even get there, before you even have to arrive, when we're in the decision-making point, we get to see our own inspection report.
Right.
Now, the other thing that dawns on me is when you do show up, you're going to have the proper parts with you.
Right.
You'll know what kind of car I have, what kind of air filter is needed, etc. Because I've had that thing before where you wait 3 days till they get parts.
Mm-hmm.
And that, Mike, really the reason why I've used the technology and have the system is that we try to get things done ahead of time so that you never get to that. You never get to that problem. So that's why we sit down and tailor the program ahead of time, and we know what we're going to do months in advance.
Well, we talked before the show up. My wife was driving back from the mountains, and the car's overheating. There's steam coming out, and she, with her, I mean, just like me, I wouldn't know. You know, should we keep going? Should we pull over? Is the car dead? Are we ruining it? But you could tell us. You could even call us. In fact, you might have called us before it even overheated and said, "Hey, we just got a signal from your car that it's having a problem."
We do. We get the alerts in real time. Sometimes, customers, we're actually calling them, and they're amazed with how fast our response time is, and so that's kind of where it does. I think one of the pictures, Michael, farther on, is like I said, kind of maybe go a little farther, that shows kind of what you might see. And so pictures seem to be worth 1,000 words. It is true with our clients.
Yeah,
and
that
so
one there, I think.
There's some stuff that
What are we seeing here?
What are you seeing, John?
All right, so the top left, you can see the air filter, and the customer is able to see that the air filter is dirty and it does need to be replaced. Then the top right is the coolant. It was a little low, so it's just showing that it was low and that we topped it off. And then the bottom left is a lug nut was actually missing on the customer's vehicle.
Wow.
So we were able to take a picture of that, document it, and let them know. And then the bottom right is their transmission fluid, and we're just showing them, hey, this fluid is really dirty. We're going to need to get that replaced next time.
Okay. And then sometimes we do have a choice for next time.
Right.
But other times it's like now or your car's ruined.
Right. Sometimes it's, like you said, now you've got to get this replaced now, and your technician can let you know about that, or it's, hey, Mike, you got to do this within the next 10,000 miles.
And the story I was telling with the car overheating, we never saw that car again. That was the end.
That's
and for a
usually-
little bit of a maintenance cost, you could have, hey, we just got a ping from your car, and it's hitting a point where you better just pull over and stop driving.
Right.
So we could have saved a lot of money.
Yeah, that last picture there, Michael. On top of that, we've got some great from the tablets out in the field. They can also get breakdowns of different things, torque specs and different stuff. This is here of an actual rotor brake replacement, but they have the ability to see everything out in the field, just like your mechanic would in a shop, and be mobile. So we are much more than just your oil change.
But what a great difference having things documented. You know, those of us who know nothing about cars, people take advantage of us all the time, and it's great to have such deep and thorough documentation. So.
Right.
Now, would we sign up a monthly plan, and is a plan for the maintenance or the observation, or does it cover some repairs too?
Yeah, this and I've actually got a view of that's the unit that we would plug in right there,
Wow.
and that's what we would do. And this is something that has been a little expensive in the past, and in the last 6 months we've now got that down to $99 a year. Will get you this program for a whole
Wow.
year. So that includes monitoring and setting up the maintenance. We're calling this you become a Club Fleetside member.
Okay.
And
So for $99 a year, I would have found out my car was overheating and in danger of being ruined. For $99, it's cheaper than my insurance, but would do more for me than my insurance.
And on top of that, Mike, the whole thing would be is that why did it happen? Hopefully we would have caught that in maintenance, preventive maintenance ahead of time, and done something that, changing that belt or that water pump or that fluid
You
exchange.
have the best point there. Is I
And-
probably wouldn't have got to that point if I had.
And that's what we really strive for with our clients.
Now,
is-
I'm an individual and I have individual vehicles, so I'm just thinking about me. But what about people with fleets?
is what we specialize in. Large
Fleetside, I
fleets.
get it, Fleetside.
That is our name. That's what we have specialized. That's what we've done in the past. We've just now, the technology's gotten priced right that we feel that we're able to now give this also to personal customers. But fleets are what large fleets are what we specialize in.
Okay. So when can we sign up now? We have to wait till the first of the year? Just any time?
Anytime. Got some great technicians like Jonathan here that are ready to go.
And you're out today doing some...
I was. I came straight here from an appointment.
What kind of thing were you doing?
The appointment I had before this was a 3-month inspection, just checking the customer's vehicle, making sure it was good, keeping it on the road. Before that was oil changes. And
Now, does the $99 include the 3-month inspection?
That doesn't. Any service is an additional fee, but you do get an estimate ahead of time. And we feel we're very competitive on pricing. When you take our price, and you get to look at the estimate before we actually do any job.
Well, just the idea of me going to work and you come to my work, it saved me the time of going to the shop, standing in the, or I don't know, Pep Boys or wherever you would go, standing in line there, and then having to get a ride to work, and then after work going back, and all that. Just that alone is a big savings.
Yeah, Jonathan, I think he gets a lot of praise from clients. Matter of fact, we had a new Club Fleetside member that he signed up early this morning from a solar company, and I actually got a great phone call and told me how impressed they were with the inspection, with what they got done, and how great of a job that Jonathan did. And so that's
And the
always
solar
nice.
company has a whole fleet?
Large fleet, just
Wow.
a new sign up today, and so he did that first thing this morning, and even though it wasn't actually serviced the first time, so we put the unit in. How long would you say it takes to do a thorough inspection the first time?
The first time it probably takes a little bit longer, so you're looking at anywhere from 20 minutes to 45 minutes for a really good inspection to go through it with a fine-tooth comb.
What I've noticed about fleet owners is that fleet owner cares a lot about his fleet, but very few of the drivers do. So you're kind of representing the owner on this, on the maintenance and repair of the car. Well, let's talk about, we're running out of time, but let's talk about how they could reach you and how they could get your service.
Yeah, you go to our website, fleetside.com. All of our contact information is on there, and feel free. I think the number, Mike, is the bottom is our toll-free number, and we also do have a 1-800 number on our website that you could call anytime.
Very good. If you're watching this and you lose your pencil or you can't get the number down, call us here at Central Valley Talk. We'll put you in touch with Richard Philippe and Fleetside, and we'll get you signed up to take care of your car. We'll be back with more Mike and Athena right after this.